Hey yo, welcome back to Tag Tales with your boys. I'm Taj.
And I'm Giacomo.
Let's get to it. I'm just kidding. Probably should address that Giacomo isn't here this week. Only for this week.
Yeah, Giacomo is not here this week.
Yeah, Giacomo isn't here this week, as you heard from the intro.
But Albin's here.
Yeah, but Albin's here. No, Albin's tired. My guy putting in hours at his place of work, even though we put it on blast last week.
Anyways, yeah,
place of work.
he on the grind. So we thought we'd do a little, just a short episode.
A little quickie.
Honestly, just a little quickie, a little update on just some small funny things that have happened this week.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a very long.
Weekly shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a long one today. It won't be nothing serious either, because we could never do that without our boy Albin.
I couldn't do him dirty like that. All right, let's actually get to it. What's the move for this week? What we starting off with?
I guess we start chronologically. Should I go first then?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, exactly 1 week ago from today, I got my first COVID shot. So,
oh baby,
I don't want to start no beef, but Pfizer gang,
yeah, sir.
Now, I feel bad for those mosquitoes, but sucked a Moderna out of some people and just die. But
what the fuck?
It do be like that. It'd be like that Magic Johnson juice,
You know what I'm saying? Idris Albin meme.
Yes, sir.
That's just a bang.
Hot Ones. by the way, Hot Ones is amazing. I love watching Hot Ones.
Goated. I literally watched the Red and Link one fucking like 2 days ago, because I've been getting back into Red and Link because them niggas is crazy.
Good
with
Mythical
it.
Morning. But that's a whole nother episode. YouTubers we used to watch as kids.
Facts. We so I'm gonna leave it at that. But
we'll leave it at that.
Hot Ones is cracked.
I was getting the COVID shot. I got to leave work early to get the shot, because you get paid for 3 hours leave here, or that's what our government gave us. So I took the 3 hours and left. So for a bit of background knowledge on me with needles, I don't get queasy about getting needles or getting them. It's not a big deal. But whenever I get needles done, I do the blood doesn't really stay in my head. So I get dizzy pretty quickly after I get most of my needles. So usually what I do is I lie down. And the reason why I found out about this was in grade 9 when they gave you your HPV shot. Yeah. I almost passed out. I was walking down the hallway.
He collapsed.
And the girl was walking me. She's like, Giacomo, you don't look good. She's like, you look like a ghost. I was like, oh.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
I was like, yeah, feels bad, right?
Yeah.
Pretty attractive girl. I was like, okay. Sure. Anyways. Back to the point.
Yeah.
I literally sat down in the hallway for about a minute to regain my conscious, basically. I didn't pass out, and then I went back and I talked to the nurse that was administering the shot, and she was like, yeah, it's probably a better idea if you lay down. So then for all the rest of the shots, I laid down, and then I got blood work done. I did one standing up and one lying down, and it didn't really make a difference. So,
okay.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. I mean, I didn't feel the best after getting it standing up, so I probably should do it laying down. But, I was kind of you know what? It might have just been those shots that were the reason that was, making me feel like that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to test the waters a little bit today.
Oh, no. I'm going to push myself.
I made a big mistake. So I went in. I sat down with the nurse. She asked me a bunch of questions. She's like, is there anything I need to know before I give you the shot? And I'm like, no. I don't think so.
No,
and to be honest, it wasn't directly on my mind that was something I should really, really say. Maybe because I just thought about, you know what, I should be fine, right? Mm-hmm. Then literally she gave me the shot, and the second she gave me the shot, I kind of was like, oh shit, I should have told her. And I was like, yeah, I usually take my needles lying down because I get lightheaded. She's like, in the nicest way, she smiles. She's like, I wish you would have told me that before I gave you the shot. She didn't seem too upset, but she obviously seemed a little concerned that I didn't tell her that, right? I mean, obviously you probably should tell her that, but that's
it's pretty big.
But. Yeah, she's like, you probably should have told me that. I was like, yeah, I probably should have, but it's already happened, so I guess I'm here, right? So she's like, okay, I want you to sit here an extra minute, just in the chair where she gives me the shot. I was like, okay. So I sat there for the extra minute.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait like 15 minutes in a waiting room just to see like if you have like an allergic reaction. Don't go into anaphylactic shock. Any of those really bad things.
Of course.
She's like, "Do you need me to walk you to the room?" And no. I said, "No, I'm fine." So I walk into the waiting room and I sit down. Mm-hmm. Maybe like 2 minutes pass. Yeah. My ears start to ring. Like it basically sounds like, I don't know if you ever know this, but like if you clench your teeth and like you kind of hear that like little ring if you clench your teeth.
Yeah, if you clench them hard enough.
Yeah, if you clench them really hard. Yeah, it was like that. And then the time between my blinks was getting longer and longer. I was like, oh shit. And I was sweating profusely. Right. And I got the mask on too. So it's like a little bit harder to breathe. I was just sweating. Right. So like the sweat was just dripping down my face into the mask. That was the worst part. Like breathing in the mask. I don't think breathing in a mask is difficult at all, but like it was just soppy and like wet. It was just
terrible. Just gross.
So time between blinks are getting longer, and I tell I tap the guy beside me. I'm like, "Hey, could you go get me a nurse?" He's like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Can you just get me a nurse?" So he goes out, and then I kid you not, 3 nurses come sprinting around the corner towards me, right? Because like in their minds, they're probably expecting the worst, like right, like I'm dying, right? I'm like I had an allergic reaction and I got seconds, right? So they just come sprinting and like it looks like they like Tokyo drift the corner into the room, and I'm like I'm just dizzy. And then literally the look of relief on their faces was just insane. They were like, "Oh, thank God this guy isn't dying," right? Because like in that case, if you're the nurse, you expect the worst. Mm-hmm. Just that's what you have to do. So what they did is like they laid me down on like literally a gym mat, and they just gave me some ice. And I felt better within 30 seconds. So then a nurse kind of sat with me. I had like a couple different nurses come and sit down with me. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You had a bitch.
So then the nurse that actually gave me the shot comes in the room, and she's like, "Oh, it looked like he was doing so well." And I was like, "Damn, bro, feels bad." I let her down. At the end of the day, I let her down. Right? I mean, I let her down in 2 ways. One, I didn't even tell her I needed to lie down, and 2, I let her down because I didn't make it I thought I would.
You didn't make it.
I mean, thank God. They're like, "You're lucky enough that you were conscious enough to tell someone I need a nurse," versus you just like laying there, just like looking dead, right?
Yeah. Before they're like, "Oh, this guy's dead," but thank God.
And then they would have started doing some probably crazy shit. They would have brought out like the defibrillator,
the freebies, ripped your fucking sweater.
They would have branded me with that.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, this guy's a fucking idiot. Give me 3,000 billion volts."
Yeah, exactly.
Just to wake your ass up.
They basically told me, you need to lay down after or for every needle, otherwise this is going to happen, and you probably don't want this to happen again. And I was like, okay, I will. Like I honestly just wanted to test the water, right? Like it's not. Pushing it. I was pushing it, and I kind of paid for it. So obviously, for my next COVID shot, I'm going to tell them I need to lie down.
Hey, big dog, let me get a nice soft mattress in this bitch.
Yeah, but my arm,
nothing extra.
But my arm wasn't sore after, which was nice. I tried to move my arm as much as I could, so that like it didn't like stiffen up, tense up. Yeah, but the next day, I was able to do like a workout on it. Like no big deal. Like I know some people, like they literally can't move their arm like to their shoulder or like their elbow to their shoulder.
Yeah, not even like move their arms. Some people get fucking blasted. Like they literally get put through like 48 hours of hell. Like, your sister.
Yeah, my sister was sleeping like it was like 6 hours. She slept the day after. I was like, bro,
we were all linked up, and you're like, "Oh, we can't." My sister's asleep. It's like fucking 6 p.m.
Yeah, she'd been sleeping since like noon. I was like
just knocked out.
When I got home, I had to I was gonna poke her if she was still sleeping, but she was awake, which was good. But
that's good, yeah.
That's my little COVID story, which honestly, 100% could have been
real bad.
Well, could have been bad and could have been resolved without it even starting. Oh, I could have just told her I need to lie down, right? Like, I just
didn't have to be an issue. Like when they were,
I created a problem.
Yeah, like when they were ripping around that corner when you were asked for the nurse, like they were just really like, oh, thank God this guy's not dying. He's just soft as shit.
Yeah, like I was like, I said thank you so much, and I felt so bad. I said sorry many times. Like, oh, you're too nice. You say thank you and sorry so much. I'm like, I'm just trying to be nice. I literally told her I'm fine, and then I almost pass out. Like, I don't know what else to do. Right,
bro? I can't imagine being like in your situation. In the waiting room, you're just knocked out. Well, you're
that's
like,
the worst.
Hey,
there's like
hey nurse, hide the bitches, bro.
There's like 10 other people sitting in the room, right? They're just staring at me, like laying on the ground.
Hey nurse, put up some curtains so the bitches don't see.
Oh no! God. All right, I'll let you get to your story. Or what happened to some of you this week?
Well, just finishing off yours, I was saying it'll definitely be a lot better for the second one. But hey, did you hear that the second doses are open up?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
It's gonna be blessed.
Yeah. So,
you actually made it into May too. Like you just edged out May, so you'll be chilling. I got mine
May 27th.
Oh, perfect. Because they say like
May 30th was the cutoff. Yeah, so
and like 4 weeks is like.
I think mine's June 28th is when I'm eligible to get or like sign up for my second shot.
Yeah, everybody in May. So all of us, or I guess
minus a couple of our friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say the name, and I'm like, wait, this is the podcast. Can't just.
Well, I don't think we've leaked him yet.
Never. I don't think we've leaked anybody's names, so we'll just keep it that way.
we've kept the names anonymous. I mean, they'll obviously end up like on one of the episodes, probably. Like
most likely
one day. It's not guaranteed, but some of the people we talk about will definitely be on the show if possible.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, transitioning from that to I guess I'll just start with yesterday, which was Wednesday. Actually, no, fuck it. I'll start with Tuesday. So Tuesday, my dad actually got off. Like Tuesday.
Oh, the day
usually,
off?
Yeah. Usually it's Wednesday, Thursday he's off.
Okay.
But Tuesday, like, didn't have stuff planned out or, some got screwed up. Mm-hmm. So Tuesday he was off and damn, I couldn't even tell you what I did Tuesday. I think I bust my ass on Tuesday as well. But it's just been so fucking crazy these past 3 days. I just don't remember Tuesday at all. So I'll talk about Wednesday and then today. So yesterday was a pretty big day because we went out and we bought like marigolds and petunias and roses because we put those up. Like, where you guys came over for that barbecue? Like that little
in the front.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And those like colored buckets and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
in like those buckets and in front of like in front of that pine tree and there's like that patch. Yeah. I don't know what. Well, in my language, Punjabi, it's called a veranda or a veranda. It's not how you say it with the accent, but I'm trying to
tell you, bro. It is a flower. I know shit all about flowers.
No, I was saying like that area, like in front of the house. I was trying to whitewash it a little bit. Just your front yard. Sure, we'll call it that. Yeah, so then we went out.
I might see if there's any other words for this, but
I think it starts with a V, as I just said. But yeah, Dad went out. Petunias, roses, and marigolds. Because marigolds actually they're a natural deterrent for like pests and like even like deers and shit. Like they just don't fuck with marigolds.
So curtilage.
That's just weird as fuck.
Yeah.
But now we know. The more you know. It's another word we just learned. But yeah, so we planted out all of those, planted out all the baskets. You guys will see when you come over. It actually looks muy bien. Actually look fire.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then
you should probably let them know you kind of live on an acreage, so you have like a lot of like your days are filled with yard work. Is like why you're always so busy.
Yeah, why I always have these stories about being outside.
Like if you live in like a rural neighborhood or in like an urban place, you're not going to be doing ever this much work.
Yeah, outside. You're never busting your ass this much, but living on an acreage, 4 acres, it comes with its ups and its downs, so I mean, honestly, I've seen some people that have acreages and they just don't do shit. And I'm like
your neighbors?
Literally. Those guys, they can't be asked. But now I remember what I did on Tuesday. So Wednesday was gardening and could chop down more fucking trees, bro. Holy shit. And then Tuesday was what was Tuesday? Tuesday was we actually sprayed the herbicide because as talking about the neighbors, kind of fucking awful in the sense that they don't spray down their weeds and everything. So there's a shit ton of dandelions that could come over. Like they never originate in our yard, and we hadn't done this in a while. Like I told you, like 2-3 years, but it got super bad this year. So we sprayed that. That was Tuesday. And then we just took the day off because it's been like around 30 this week, which is crazy. Yeah. Just for reference.
First of all, where we live, we rarely get 30 degrees. This is in Celsius.
Yeah. 30 degrees Celsius, which is
Fahrenheit.
Probably 100 some Fahrenheit. But
no. It's like 80 something. Let me check. It's not that high.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember.
I think 100 is busting. Yeah, never mind. But like, pretty high.
It's 86. Yeah. It's 86 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and that shit like scales.
I mean,
really weird,
it's still like for where we live. That's one of the hottest days we probably get all year. Like probably top, like within give or take like 5 degrees Celsius is about how hot it would be.
Yeah, so that was Tuesday, and then yesterday was gardening. Yesterday was actually the hottest day we've had so far. Hit 30 flat.
Yeah.
So that was fucked. UV was like 8.
Steamer outside.
Yeah, and I was outside all day. Obviously kept the fluids up. And then today, oh my God. So we had a late day yesterday. Like I got home, I got inside, took a shower, just fucking knocked out, nothing else. And then today wasn't too bad, but it was early wake up. Like I wake up at like, I guess it wasn't that bad. Like my mom and dad let me sleep in because they were like, yo, we can take it easy today. It's nothing too crazy. But then it's 8 a.m. I was like, yo, you got to get up right now. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, yo, you got to get up. Because yesterday we talked to this guy about, because by my garden back there and around the pond, like by the garden, there's no walking room around, like in between the pond and the garden.
That's true.
So my dad was talking to this guy the other day because my neighbors, like the front door neighbors, the Italian ones, they wanted a fucking pile of fucking topsoil. You know what I'm saying? So then we talked to him. Got some topsoil for the front, and then out back we're like, yo, you like, contract out to, people that are digging up stuff and they need to like somewhere to dump. And they're like, instead of paying to like dump on like city property, why don't you guys start dumping those loads like out back here, so we can get like a little walkway around the pond. Because we have it down that left side, but nowhere else.
No, the right. Yeah. So just on the left side.
Yeah. So we're like, he's like, yeah, for sure. So fucking 8 a.m. these guys start coming, even though we just talked to the guy yesterday. So we were fucking blindsided.
They're just dumping loads on you.
Yeah, dumping loads everywhere, all over everyone. So 8 a.m. I haven't even fucking gone to the bathroom. I'm fucking half awake. But that's it. Yo, we got to start moving like the trees we fucking chopped down the day before. They're like, yo, we can't keep them here. They gotta maneuver back there. So we fucking do that shit. He drops the first one. And like we don't have a bobcat or anything. I don't know. You know what a bobcat is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a bobcat or anything, which is like, I guess for people that don't know, it's like a mini excavator thing.
It's a mini excavator.
Yeah. And you can level earth, push it around. So we don't have that. So he puts down the load, and we actually have to make the path into the water because that's where the fuck we want the path to go. But we don't have a little excavator, and we got to get it nice and built up because we don't want fucking a dump truck being flipped in the back. So me and my dad just got to fucking work, bro. Like the guy brought 10 loads over the course of the day. Jeez. Our whole day was spent back there by hand, moving full dump truck loads at a time. Like just. Like he'd fucking drop them, we'd shovel, he'd leave, make it nice and muy bien for the guy. Comes back, drops it. Sometimes he'd bring a fucking second guy with him, and there'd be 2 dump trucks, and we'd have to make room for 2 while they're standing there. And it was just fucking crazy. And then right at the end, we're like 6 loads in.
Okay.
And they like the guy that we talked to yesterday, he's a brown guy. He sends out 2 guys. So we're like, okay.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. So we know the one guy that's been dumping it since the morning. I think these guys were both Somalian, but the first guy was like a little more understanding. And then the second guy's honestly fucking cunt. So first guy drops his load. He's about to start leaving. Second guy comes back. Just an absolute dickhead. Like we're like telling him, yo, you gotta like go slow. You gotta go this way. You gotta do this. We won't let you sink. Like, you know, like we're not gonna fucking like ask the other guy. He's done 6 already today. Like, you know, we're not gonna fucking flip you into the water. Yeah. But this guy's on his fucking high horse, man. Stick up his ass. Like we're talking to him, and like literally he told my dad, he's like, yo, this is my truck. Told my dad, he's like, this is my truck. I don't want to break it. I'll drop where I want to drop it. My dad, bro, holy fuck.
You just gave it to him?
No, I had to hold him back. Like, through, because I said,
yeah, I don't see your dad to be one who has a lot of hostility.
Yeah, because like, we're like fucking 5 hours into this shit, beaming heat, haven't gone inside. Like, we just eat, fucking drink water, everything back there. And this guy has the audacity to tell my dad, he's like, my truck, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I dump it where I want to. My dad's like I tell my dad, I'm like, yo, take it easy. Yo, I know you about to fucking give this guy a new set of teeth, but don't go crazy. He's like, okay. Yeah. So he's like, okay, yo, whatever. And the guy does this shit, completely fucks up. Literally like the middle of the trail that we were making, he drops it there. And the guy before had been coming right to the edge, dropping it at the edge, and it's much less work. This guy, middle of the fucking path, drops a whole fucking dump truck worth of soil. And my dad's like, oh, dude, this guy's gonna fucking get it. I'm like, no. He literally walked up to him because he was like, the cunt was still showing attitude. The guy's like, bro, don't fucking come back to my property. He's like, I'm calling the fucking boss. You're not getting fucking loaded up again. Like, get the fuck out of my face right now. I'm like, yo, so that's the best way. Yeah, that's the best way you could have put that right there.
Probably. So then the nicest way to probably put it without him going crazy.
Fucking dicko mode on this guy. So, you know, that was load 7 and 8. And then they double up again. Because like the guy, because we called the brown guy that we know that's, you know, contracting all this shit. He's like, yeah, we'll make sure he doesn't, like, he's like, I'll talk to the idiot and we'll make sure he doesn't come back. And then my dad gets like a phone call 5 minutes later when we're leveling out the fucking big fucking shit this guy just took in the middle of the path.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, like the brown guy's like, yo, the other guy just called and he said, yo, just let me please drop another load. Cause like these guys get paid by the hour.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't have a load to drop, you gotta, you know, be off duty, like you're done for the day. So he's like, yo, please. He's like, yo, please just let him. And we're like, okay, whatever, dude. Whatever the fuck. So he comes back, I'll call him blue truck dude. White truck dude is good. We've been dealing with him. Blue truck dude, fucking idiot. So blue truck dude comes back. We're just about to finish eating dinner. Like, we just ate dinner out there. Like, I just had my usual chicken and veggies. Oh, yeah. My dad had the same. And then I got like 2 pieces left, and this guy has just come barreling down the fucking hill. Like, in reverse. He's fucking cooking her. And then he just fucking stomps on the air brakes and fucking just rips up the grass. And my dad's like, oh, dude, he's gonna fucking get it today, bro. Like, this guy's asking for it. And I'm like, yo, take it easy.
Yeah, he's gotta watch his jet, bro.
Yeah. So then the guy hops out. He's like, yo, I talked to the guy. I'm sorry. Like, what can I do to help? Like, do you guys need any help back here? Like, what? Like, here, you want to explain how I should bring it back here? So my dad starts explaining. He's like, yeah, this and that. And the guy starts like, there's still an edge to this idiot, right?
Uh-huh.
So my dad's like, bro, all that shit you were talking out your ass the last time you were here. I've been driving a truck, like my dad says, like 25 years or 23 years. My dad's like, I got more Sundays. My nigga hit him with, I got more Sundays than you, bro. And I was like, no. So then the guy's like, we shut that guy down. But so he's still, did he ever
like, really like, sorry to butt in, but did he ever really kind of like take any orders from you guys, or did he kind of just do his own thing?
No, that's literally, it's a really nice segue into the next part. So, you know, my dad tells him that. He's like, yeah, okay. And he hops back in his truck. Same shit he did the first time. Like, he just comes barreling down. Like, with dirt work, especially around water, you can't work with haste. Especially when it's that fucking heavy. You have to slowly ease it in. If you start sinking, like we told the guy, we're going to tell you to keep going forward. Like, we're going to tell you to stop backing up, go forward. Yeah. We'll fill in the holes and you can slowly come back. But this guy was just an antsy fuck, bro. He fucking cooks it back. Guess what? The guy the right side starts sinking a little. This guy starts panicking.
He's like, oh, shit.
He just fucking yams on the brakes, which with that much weight help. That you're hauling, it'll just dig you a deeper hole. So he digs him a deeper hole. My dad's like, hey, look at this fucking idiot. Look what he just did. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, your dog. Like,
your dog water, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, this guy's dog water, brother. So the guy hops out. He's like, oh, what do I do now? I'm like, bro, literally then and there, this guy could have caught a backhand if I wasn't there. I'm like, yo, we'll try and, hop back in the truck. Like, we'll try and figure stuff out. My dad's like, yeah, go get the fuck out of my face.
So he hops back in the truck. Backhand through the computer screen kind of backhand. This is a real life backhand.
Five fucking knuckles to the face.
Oh, yeah.
Full day in the sun, fucking aggression, bro. So he hops back in, keeps making the situation worse by trying to just fucking gun it and just dig himself a deeper hole. So my dad's fucking red, like piping hot. My dad's like, yo, go get the fucking, like the other, like white truck guy comes just in time. We're like, okay. I'm like to my dad, we're gonna have to pull this fucking idiot out in Punjabi. And my dad's like, yeah, go grab the chains, bro. So we grab it, white truck dude, we link them both up, chains on both sides. White truck dude backs up, fucking helps the blue fucking idiot out. We all hop, me and my dad, I pick up the chain. We fill in those holes that are like pretty fucking deep, like almost touching the water. We fill that in. And this guy, bro, he still had the audacity in him. Shout out the recording software. This guy had the audacity in him. He hops out. He's like, bro, why would you let me do that? He's like, why would you let that happen? I'm like, yo, this guy's testing.
He's asking for it, bro.
He's asking for it, bro. So then.
And I don't tolerate that kind of attitude.
Yeah. And then I was just like, yo, my dad's already like at the breaking point, and I'm just like, yo, brush that off, bro. I know we could fuck this guy up right here now. Send him home with a new fucking hairline, but let's not do that. So my dad's like, okay. We, get back to it, start filling in the hole. And then my dad had asked him earlier, he's like, yo, how many years have you been driving? Like, he has like what the fuck are you doing here? And this guy had the audacity, he's like, so you want to ask how many years I'm driving, right? And my dad's like, yeah, how many? He's like, starts counting off. He's like, 2012 is the first, that's when I, started trucking. And in my head, I'm like, my nigga has, my dad has twice the fucking amount of hours as you, bro. Like, there is no fucking way. And this guy still had an attitude to him, bro. And like he started helping us with the shovel and shit, and he like tripped and he almost like fell in the pond. And he laughs to like the white truck guy because they're both like little. I think they were like Somalian. And the blue truck guy's like, yo, like truckers, he's like, yo, I'm not. This guy's trying to kill me. Like this, I'm not gonna make it alive. And I'm like, in my head, I literally told my dad later, and I'm like, bro, that guy talking that smack about fucking us killing him. If it was to that point, we would fucking put him 6 feet under that dirt right then and there.
He would be part of that pathway.
Yeah, he would have been
memorial. Not even a memorial. He wouldn't. No one would even know that he would be there.
Nah, I would have pissed on that shit, bro. We'd
be going for a walk one day. Then Taj would be like, "Yeah,
hey, let me unload on this fucking patch right here.
I got no reason under the ground right there.
Yeah,
where you're stepping right now, dead.
That's all big underneath that.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was today, bro. That was so infuriating.
I mean,
especially
the fact that you had the patience is like the biggest deal. I think is not like overreacting and lashing out at the guy.
Yeah,
and giving him a second chance too.
Yeah, literally giving him a second chance.
Said, nah, fuck him, bro. He loses.
We literally told him
hour.
to fuck off, and he literally sucked off the guy to let him have another chance because, he wants to get paid, which I don't give a fuck. I don't, I want your family to be fed, so we give him a second chance. But he comes up and fucks it up, and then still has all this attitude. And I was like, oh, dude, it took every fucking ounce in me. My dad was about to fucking punch this guy in the mouth, but it took every ounce in me to cool my dad off and control the situation. Because honestly, I would have done the same fucking situation in my dad. Like, if I've been somebody telling me how to do my job when I'm doing it for the better part of my own fucking life, that would get me hot. So I understand where my dad was coming from, but holy especially after working in the sun for all day, that shit was...
That's really the last thing you want.
Last thing you want is somebody irking you, bro, but...
All I gotta say, the lion,
I'd say
the witch, and the audacity
of
this bitch. That's really what it be. That's the moral of the story is don't talk big because you get your shit kicked in. A lot of times in life. This is a life lesson.
Yeah.
Be modest.
Yeah, life lesson.
Be honest about things. Because a lot of the times, if you, like, let's say this guy said, I'm pretty new, and he would take the advice, it would have been so much more smoother because your dad would have been way more willing to help him because he knew that he would need to help. Otherwise, something bad would happen, right?
Yeah. Or, like, we were already willing to help. Like, the white truck guy, he was pretty experienced, but, like, he was just, like, a little dull on the edges. Like, he wasn't the smartest guy, but he was listening to us.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, okay, ease it in. And he'd be super, willing to hop in, do what we want him to do. Like, even helped us, like, shovel the first load when we figured out, like, damn, we really got to do this shit by hand. And he was helping us, and he tossed me a shovel from his truck. He's like, hey, young fella, you got to grab this. And I was like, all right, bet. Let's get it. But, yeah, moral of the story, bro, don't talk big shit. Because you will get hit. In this situation, you didn't. Because another life lesson, sometimes you got to be the mediator. Sometimes people are asking for it, but sometimes you got to take the high road.
Yes, sir. And that's really tough. Like, you just want to so bad.
Dude. Oh, this guy could have. I've been saying
on site, he does this one more time. No jokes. No jokes.
No jokes. Collar in the fucking pond. You're gone. Have fun. Have fun swimming out that dusty ass shit, bro. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes you got to cool it off. But
I got to say, though, learning from others segues into my last little story.
But
so, I don't know if it's in my province or just in the country. There's now like or I don't know when the rule was enforced, but you need to be 18 to operate any like machinery in anything. So like forklifts, bobcats, any construction stuff, that you all need to be 18 to legally.
Yeah, just like the machinery.
Because apparently there's a story like a bunch, like two 16-year-old boys were like riding a forklift and like one of them ended up dying. And that's when like they really tightened up the laws. So
yeah, I was going to say this is probably OHS. This is probably like federal. So
yeah, I don't know if it was, I don't know which, I couldn't tell you which one is which. But now that I'm 18, I'm able to use the forklift at my work.
Quote unquote, whip that hoe now. Yes, sir.
So today was the first day that I actually got to try it. It was just like at the end of the day, we had a bunch of shit on boxes that was just going to go onto our truck and be sent out to like different places. So all we had to do was just wrap the skid with shrink wrap, just so like the boxes stay on like the thing. So what I would have to do is like I have to pick them up, lift it, and then move it, like wrap it, and then move it to where I need to go, right? Yeah. So the first time driving it, a couple big things that like for people who don't really know how a forklift works, it's
machinery like that.
Yeah. So number one, the turning wheels are on the back of the vehicle, not in the front, like in your cars. So it's a little different when you turn. Two, it can turn on a pinpoint, like it can literally turn unbelievably, like literally on the spot. It can turn.
Yeah.
And three, the forks are very dangerous.
Oh, for sure.
So drive it low and slow. That's like the big forklift thing. So yeah, today was the first time I get to drive it. I've never driven a manual vehicle either. Like this has a clutch in it as well.
Oh, shit.
So I stalled it twice because I was going too slow and I wasn't giving it enough gas.
It was biting and you're just letting it stall. Yeah.
So and then he's like, just gear it back up and get going again. And in my head, I had literally no idea what he meant.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I pressed the clutch, I pressed the brake, and then I just pressed the gas, and it just started. I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry about anything else. We're going. Okay, we're fine.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So I backed into some product as I was moving things.
Oh.
So this was the worst part. Was today was unbelievably slow. Like no one had any work to do. So this is like just before my shift was about to end, and there's like 9 guys watching me. So like every single guy in the warehouse is watching me drive a forklift for the very first time. So it was super embarrassing. Like all the guys love me. Like they could literally all be my dad. Like for their age, the youngest one's 30, and then it's like 37, and then 40 plus basically. So all these guys have been driving a forklift for like 20 years. Right? Yeah. Like they just got minutes, hours, years on the forklift. Right? So like they drive it like it's like a children's toy. Like they just make it look so easy.
Little Tyke's car.
Like it's flawless to them, right?
Yeah.
So like they're very supportive of me, but they laughed and like there's like a little bit of shit talking. And one of the worst things was one of the guys I stalled it and I was trying to get it started back up and I didn't know he came up behind me and he just went, ah! And I literally shit myself. I'm like, please do not do that when I don't know how to operate this vehicle that well. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it scares the shit out of me, right? Like, I could have backed into him or like, I could have actually injured him, honestly.
You could have hurt that. Yeah, you could have hurt that guy. That could have gone real bad.
But, yeah, another thing that pissed me off about the forklift is there's 3 levers on the right. There's one lever that actually moves like the forks up and down.
Then the tilt.
So I guess, there's the tilt. So you can tilt the forks forward or back or like up towards you or like down towards the ground. And 3, you can shift like the forks left and right.
Yeah.
So the one thing that kind of pisses me off though is like, it makes sense. Like, okay, to actually lift the forks up, you have to pull it down. And then to lift the forks down, you have to pull up
or push up. Yeah.
And then to lift the forks towards you, you have to pull up. It's like reversed of what it is moving it up and down. And then it's back to the first one of it being reversed for the third one. So like he's like, yeah, okay, drop the forks down, and like every time I just did the complete opposite of what he's
going up.
Yeah, or he's like, because like, you have to like keep the forks off the ground when you're driving. So he's like, okay,
yeah, for sure,
put them off take them off the ground. And I'm just putting it lower on the ground as I'm driving. I'm like, oh my god,
low rider suspension in it, bopping.
Yeah. So other than like stalling it out and hitting like backing into some product, not breaking it, luckily. But I was,
love taps.
Like it was literally like 8 or 9 guys just watching me.
Just watching you.
And they're just laughing, right? They're just having a good time, right? They're like, damn, this guy doesn't know shit, bro.
Yeah. Hey, what is fucking idiot?
And it's like, like we talk, like I'm actually really chill with all the guys at work. Like I don't feel nervous or scared to talk with anyone. Like we literally talk about anything. We joke around. Like I literally treat them like as like they're someone my age, as a friend, right? They're just, it's literally boys being boys.
Yeah.
We're immature all the time, stuff like that. So like I didn't find it like like I found it obviously a little embarrassing, but like we all like joked around about it after, right? And they're like, oh, it's not like a car, right? Blah blah blah. Yeah. They're like, nice one, buddy. That's gonna cost you $3,000 for breaking it apart. Blah blah blah. Like they just joke around and we
it's
play
just chirps. Yeah. It's just like being with the boys.
It's some friendly banter, which I like, but it was definitely a little embarrassing. Like it wouldn't be too bad if there wasn't like 8 people watching me, but thank God the boss wasn't there. The boss would have laughed along too. The boss is another one of the boys. That's the best part.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been funny. He probably would have cheered me on. I had no idea it had a seatbelt, but I wore it.
Oh.
Because they're like, yeah, wear a seatbelt. I was like, yeah. Because they fucking hop in. They're driving with their hand.
They're whipping it
like
with one hand, coughing the other, smoking the other ride.
Literally. So like eyes closed, throwing it in reverse in like 30 kilometers an hour. Yeah. So like
both hands up their butt.
I mean, the nice thing is they use the horn though to like tell people they're like huffing it down like 30 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a little story, like a tiny one. So I got to work in the workshop, like in the mechanic shop, because like in the warehouse there's a mechanic shop where like they fix some parts. And what I had to do is I had to take cylinder heads. I think you know what those are, Taj.
Oh, for sure.
Cylinder heads are in your engines usually. Like when they say like 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, they're talking about the heads in your engine.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure what what they do. But
you don't know what the piston heads do.
Well, like I know they go up and down, and that's what the.
Well,
Like, for being in a warehouse, I know shit all about the warehouse.
Yeah. I don't know if you want me to give the whole car spiel, but I will. So, engine work because of 4 stages. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow.
Okay.
That's how you keep it in your head. That piston is the barrier between the bottom assembly, like the oil, the crank, all that stuff, and the oil pan, and literally everything else in the engine. And the top part is where the intake, exhaust, the ignition, like the spark plugs and the fuel and everything is. So it turns rotary motion it turns linear motion into rotary motion. Okay. So they're sealed at the top. They have those piston rings. Mm-hmm. They're called piston rings.
Like, it's funny. I know, like, you say every single one of those parts. I know exactly what they look like, but I couldn't tell you what they do. What
the fuck they do together, So, piston goes down, suck. So it pulls in air fuel mixture. I'm not going to get into the different kinds and all that. So I'm just going to
say, I see the process.
Intake valve open, fuel come in, suck. So squeeze, piston goes back up, intake valve closes,
spark plug,
stuff gets compressed.
Yep.
So it's all compressed. Piston's at top dead center. It's called. Stuff's compressed. Spark, bang. That's spark the bang plug phase. Yeah. And then piston goes back down. So bang. Goes down, comes back up. That's the blow phase. Exhaust valves opens. Piston pushes that air out, and then the whole thing starts again and again and again and again and again.
And that happens thousands of times
thousands of times a minute, and it's crazy. But piston head is like the thing that makes the engine go, basically. Yeah, that's this barrier.
I guess on that, what I had to do was I had to clean the cylinder heads, and then I had to put a metal sticker on them and I had to bag them. So these heads are about 250 pounds. So I had to use at first I was doing them by hand, but then I almost gave myself a hernia. So then I decided maybe like deadlifting 250 pound heads is not a good idea. So I decided
on a work day.
I decided to use a crane instead, which was definitely the smarter idea. My back feels a lot better. My back thanks me for that. But the problem was sometimes the cylinder heads were too greasy to put on the stickers. I was like, yo, Sean. Like, this is what do I do? It's too greasy. He's like, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Varsol, which I didn't know what it was at the time. It has a couple other names, but it's a very strong degreaser. It's
extremely strong.
And like, this is literally what he said. He's like, if you sniff it for too long, you'll see the Easter bunny. I'm like, well, I gave it a couple sniffs because I was curious, but it definitely is quite.
She got you going.
Oh no, it was definitely potent. I mean, I asked him like, "Yo, Sean, this kind of smells kind of crazy, bro." He's like, "Yeah."
Don't sniff for too long. Yeah, I know. Varsol that stuff's dangerous. It's kind of like
he's like, people actually like huff it like they would with like gasoline and other like octane and other shit like that, which I think is crazy.
Clean and stuff.
I mean, it's not good for the brain, definitely. I'll tell you that. But it does its job though. Holy shit. It will it just eliminates the grease. Also, if you get it on your hands, it just completely dries your hands.
Oh, I was going to say, did you wear gloves? But
I did. But he's like, yeah. Also, I learned a little bit about caustic acid, which funny enough is actually a base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But,
that's funny as fuck.
It's caustic soda technically.
But it's called caustic soda. Acid is weird.
I guess it's funny. Actually, I lied. It's not really. We have a sign on the caustic soda bin that says caustic acid because they couldn't find a caustic soda sign. So it's like.
I was going to say caustic. Yeah.
But the Varsol, bro, that shit crazy. It smells crazy.
Yeah, that's like it's like leveled up brake clean. Like me and my dad use brake clean all the time.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's a hell of a drug.
It does the job.
It does the job.
It does its job.
So that's I've learned a lot of things at work, stuff like that.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's funny for like to be in this natural gas warehouse. I have literally zero qualification minus a good work ethic.
Yeah, you know what the fuck going on or who
exactly.
What
that's why I mean I always ask questions about like what does what, and like I'll remember it for like the hour that they tell me, and then I'll wake up the next day and have literally no idea.
Fuck.
It's like this. It's like the 7th time. What the fuck is a conrod? What does this clutch do? Bro, clutches are heavy. Holy shit!
Facts.
I mean, the engines that you're
whipping like commercial engines, so.
Oh yeah, like they're probably
that's big shit.
20 feet by like 10 feet, like 20 feet long by 10 feet tall, and probably like 4 feet deep. Like they're huge.
Their displacement is literally your fucking house. Like one cylinder is like
250 pounds.
Yeah,
it's huge. Sure. Like actually, if the size of each cylinder or each engine probably has about 12 cylinders, and basically if you're to take
makes sense.
From your from your pelvis to like your collarbone, that's about how big they are, and it's just
that's just the diameter of their head,
and there's 12 of those on there.
Yeah, I mean, you do need all that torque when you're working in commercial, so makes sense.
And the fans on those things are huge as well because they just generate so much heat.
Yeah, that's how it is working with heavy machinery.
You could definitely cook some steaks on the engines there.
They've probably done it before.
Probably done
a lot of weird shit that we don't know.
Blue collars fuck around and do some crazy stuff. I gotta say, I love them.
Yeah, I know that's definitely something to take away from that. But blue collar, I feel like everybody needs to do blue collar.
Honestly, I think blue collar is important.
Yeah, especially for where we come from, it puts life into perspective.
Yeah.
So you don't take it for granted. Like that friend that started working, scaffolding for us. I feel like that's a really good. That's a wake up call.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like one big thing is like definitely growing up having things pretty easy, and like this is why, I guess, if you don't want to do like hard labor every day, I guess this is the importance of like going to school to get more of like an office job. Which is there's completely nothing wrong with working like blue collar because some people would not want to like do any kind of office job work, any school, any corporate world kind of thing. Yeah. And I know a lot of people that like would hate that. So like
they just want to hop in a trade like mechanics and stuff like that. Like that stuff's cool as fuck. Like, I'd do it.
And if you're passionate about learning or like doing some of those things, like especially mechanic stuff, things like that, or any trade in that case, do it. Like there's no shame at all in doing it.
Plus,
like,
if you're cracked, like
it's just hard on your body every day to go and work like
and run that.
Yeah, it's like I'm probably walking 13 to 14 kilometers a day in the massive warehouse. Like,
and it's just a walk.
And it's just walking. That doesn't even include me like lifting really heavy shit, pushing boxes, doing all the stuff. Like I come home really tired, So but it definitely puts it in perspective. Like blue collar people work their asses off, and honestly, we wouldn't have almost anything if it weren't for the blue collars. They're the backbone of society. It just do be like that. They're the workforce. Like think about it like this: how could an office person get to their work if they didn't have the road, if they didn't have the building,
if they didn't have the car that they're driving,
they didn't have the car they're driving, anything, bro. Like
so it's big respect to those people. I'd say. But I feel like that's a nice place to end off.
So much quickie. That's about a full episode of time that we've gone through with just us two. But
I know this is like
it was a good one. Honestly, like it wasn't a big topic, but it was kind of just like taking a couple of stories. Honestly, there's some longer stories today. Which is good. Like
there's still more talking points. Like I could definitely still bring up more stuff.
We could, bro. This is problematic. We could.
This is dangerous. Just you and me. This is dangerous.
Honestly, one day
we just gotta go.
We just gotta go.
Like that 24-hour fire. Oh man,
the 24-hour. Yo, if we podcasted the 24-hour fire.
Oh god.
First of all,
I feel like we'd have
to be like. 8 terabytes of space that would be taken up.
Yeah. Well, it probably not. It wouldn't be that crazy.
It probably, in my guess, it'd probably be because this podcast is about like, our podcast is about 60 megabytes for about 50 minutes of,
or like an hour. I'd say like let's say a minute hour per megabyte.
Yeah, exactly, a minute per megabyte. So that means we'd have 3,600 minutes. So 3,600 megabytes.
Yeah. Which that's only a lot.
No. There's way more than...
That's 3.6 gigabytes.
That's actually way less than I expected. I thought it would be like 20 or 30.
Yeah. So we could, but it'd just be tough because we'd have to carry it.
It took me 7 minutes to put in the 60 megabyte thing into Audacity to edit it. So I would literally take me like... come back in 2022.
Literally another 24-hour fire, and you'd be back to editing the first one, but...
It could be a year from us having the 24-hour fire. And I'd be like, okay.
fucking extra episode special edition from last fucking year.
I'd love to know, like, I should probably get like a benchmarks to see like how hot my computer got when I was trying to put in all the files. It was just huffing it.
Oh, facts. Actually, after this, I'll tell you the one to get. It's really good, and we'll bang that out. But speaking of banging it out, what's your song for the week? I can bring out mine first.
Song
if you want.
For the week. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you
go
time
first,
to think.
because I'll
go first.
Take a look.
All right, my absolute fucking dummy wummy slapper for the week is Black Madonna by Cage the Elephant. That song, oh my god.
Okay.
You just gotta listen to it. We'll listen to it after this.
Yeah.
But oh my god, that song, you gotta listen to it to know it. That shit's dummy. But you got a song?
Oh, taking a quick look here.
A quickie.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, it could be any genre.
Yeah,
there's obviously.
I'm trying to find something that like is not like unbelievably common that everyone would know. You know, trying to put
His and Hers.
That's a bang.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's
honestly
really mainstream. So
I'll say either the song "American Cliche" or "What They'll Say About Us" by Phineas. So if anyone who doesn't know, Phineas is Billie Eilish's brother who like produces like all the music for her.
Yeah.
He's like, basically the mastermind. She just sings.
Double cheeked up. They're all crazy. The time.
But honestly, Phineas's music I actually really enjoy. Like I think he's a really good artist, and I bet most of you didn't even know.
That I mean, he was.
I definitely bet that some of you would know. But like, yeah, he's got some pretty good music. So take a listen to Phineas, and honestly, Cage the Elephant in general got some bangers.
Oh, of course.
Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, Cigarette Daydreams.
Go closer. I could literally name you off so many more, but I'm gonna keep those on wraps.
I leaked too many good songs.
Too many. That's way too quick. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, how many songs you have saved? Like, I have over 1,000 songs saved on my phone.
It's fucking stupid.
I could give you 100. I could give you like probably 50 songs an episode over the summer.
I can give you a podcast worth of fucking music. Which is going to be one, but we're not just going to give you songs the whole fucking podcast.
But one thing I may do, though, is I may actually make a Spotify playlist of the songs all the ones we recommend.
That would be
so
dope.
that those who listen can just hit the playlist.
Tune in. It'll be such a mixed bag. That'd actually be dope, though.
Bro, it'll be fucking everything.
That'll be fire as fuck.
And if you listen to Apple Music, well, if one of us doesn't give you the Apple Music one, just get fucked. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
As we always say.
Get fucked.
Ending it off on get fucked. Thank you again.
You all take
everybody
it easy.
Tuning in. It's had to be local. It's not even a quickie anymore, but
just stay hydrated. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Facts. But yeah, little episode for me and Giacomo because Albin was feeling a little goofy, but I'm about to go fuck up a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and then we can vibe. Actually, I'll just do it on call when we're after this, but yeah, y'all have a good night.
Adios.
Thanks again. Oh, peace.